Light-hearted.
Offbeat.
Stories
that are not necessarily the news.
All right, well, let me tell you something pretty interesting today. There's some ones in here that I'm fairly sure you don't know any of them, actually.
Tell me.
All right, chickens don't produce one egg at a time. Instead, producing hens normally have several eggs in various stages of development.
I think I knew that to some extent.
If you have to say think, does that mean you knew?
Good question.
Confidence level low. I'm going to say that you knew about
let's
it.
egg on.
Oh, yeah. You're putting me in a scramble now. Well, Texas mayor resigns after telling residents desperate for power. This is ridiculous. And heat. Only the strong will survive.
I actually saw when he did that, and it was like, what?
You just signed your
I was
resignation,
like,
bro.
do you say something like that as a mayor? Simplest things. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 words, boy.
Yeah.
Resignation.
Yep. That's what it spelled out for sure. When he said that, I was like, yeah, it's not gonna last. No. Too many people are gonna complain about that. Sorry. It's just insensitive. People are suffering.
Exactly.
Come on. Well, sleight of hand artist Apollo Robbins was so proficient that he once managed to pick the pockets of 2 Secret Service agents assigned to the former president Jimmy Carter.
Whoa.
He actually managed to steal the former president's itinerary, the keys to his motorcade, and the badges of the agents.
A pickpocket person is so, and they can be so smooth and you not even know.
Yeah. I'm
Gosh.
afraid to say that, I kind of think it's kind of cool how
Yeah.
they do it, but really
I
bad
know,
that they're stealing.
I know. It's like, that's cool, but still at the same time.
Yeah, actually, my mom's very specific about reminding me to do certain things when you're traveling so that you don't get pickpocketed, because you have no idea. They're that good.
It's true.
Which is, you always keep your bag. Well, you don't have a handbag, but if you have a handbag, the zip is always in front of you, not behind you. True. And backpacks, very dangerous for pickpocketers because you can't see what's going on behind you.
Pickpocketing course or something
I would hope not. I would
I
hope
don't know.
not. But I feel like you would sign up for something like that, which is quite disappointing. But when you're done, just teach me a trick anyway.
Yeah.
No, yeah. But it's interesting, I'll say that. They had a special about it on one of the networks a time back, and it was a guy who was actually in jail, and he was they were showing clips of when he had pickpocketed the evidence, and he was explaining how he did it, and it was just like, wow, you cannot believe that he was actually doing it. Doesn't look like he was doing anything, but he got away with tons of money and people's property. Not good.
Not good.
Well, in the opposite side now, a professional security tester named Jason E. Street was once hired to attempt to compromise the computers and networks of the Bank of Beirut. So you send in the people, the hackers, and see, well, can we break through their firewalls and whatnot? He succeeded in compromising and found several exploits, but was soon shocked to discover that he had actually robbed and hacked the wrong bank.
Oh no. Oh.
What a disaster.
You hit the wrong street.
So all of a sudden you went from doing something legal to illegal.
I know. Then
Congratulations, a 10-year sentence in jail.
Yeah, you start to step back like,
Yeah.
no, it's a mistake.
How do I undo what I've already done?
I always find hackers to be amazing people too.
Maybe he should have gone to them and asked for a job.
True.
Hey, I
guys,
accidentally
this is a
did
flaw in
it.
your system.
Just thought you should know.
Just thought you should know. So
Yeah.
I can work for you to protect yourself.
Correct. I think he probably got a new client. And last but not least, Nicaraguan Sign Language is a sign language that spontaneously developed among deaf children in Nicaragua in 1980. It is of particular interest to linguists because it's believed to be an example of the birth of a new language unrelated to any other. So they started creating their own sign language.
Because it was saying that it was universal, but with this story now,
they actually have their own variation because they were never taught. They just were developing it on their own. So that's pretty amazing when you really think about it. Sometimes you ever sit down and think about words, and I think about words. I'm like, what does that mean? What does mean?
Yeah.
What is what? And I start going, I'm like, wait, no, I have to stop. We have to stop.
Because you can go on and on and on.
Yeah,
right?
you can. The whole world will unravel, I feel like, if you thought about that too long.
It's true.
Well, those are some things that are not
necessarily the news.